Welcome back. We've still got one or two things we can discuss about today's cricket in this World T20. And next on the schedule is, I'm sorry about this, Viv, next on the schedule is the West Indies batting today in Abu Dhabi, which didn't see them across the line. They allowed Sri Lanka to get too many, it seems. And then well, apart from one man, shall we say, things did not go well. And that one man, of course, was Shimron Hetmeyer, not out 81, sparkling innings. Nicholas Puran, who we know both of them actually are the future of West Indies batting, because both of them have shots, both of them have talent, both of them have spirit, and they were the only two shining lights here today. I mean, for Hetmeyer, actually, the previous three games, scores of 9, 1 and 9. So kind of in the nick of time, he's got a personal score on the board. And although he will be disappointed, I am sure, by the fact that West Indies lost, at least you always have that sort of slight consolation that as an individual, you've shown the world something of what you can do.
Yes, of course, and at one point, I mean, there were a couple of times when he was hitting that we could see that West Indies might be able to make it with one brilliant over. But yeah, I mean, it's good that he has come into runs, he's got some runs under his belt. But of course, they'll be very, very disappointed because they were the defending champions. Everyone had expectations of them, and they were not able to deliver.
So that's Viv. I mean, Viv, these guys, those two guys, are very much the future, and they stand out both for their batting and for their hairstyles.
Let's take the batting. Let's take the batting. Let's take the batting. We're not at the hairdressers now.
I just wanted to see the reaction on your face there, because we have these very serious chats about the talent and the cricket and the intent and all those sort of things. Every now and again, just nice to nip in with a hairstyle.
Well, as I said, they're not at the hairdressers. I think he was at a game today, but it was nice to see. He had a Reading, 81 not out, 54 balls. Puran, he was also good.
Yeah.
And as you can see from the other cards, these are the only two guys who would have contributed to the West Indies cause tonight. And most certainly it would have helped West Indies going forward in terms of the future. We spoke about these guys, two individuals, and for sure, I'll be looking forward to them doing greater things and better things for West Indies in the future. Yeah.
Well, they are certainly full of shots. They're certainly good to watch. I mean, when they're going like this is how you sort of really want West Indies cricket to be, and how you expect West Indies cricket to be.
Can I say this?
Yes.
This is what's going to look like for the next World Cup, with a few other pieces, the missing pieces.
Well, we'll be two-a-side World Cup.
And then we'll be okay. No, the other guys, they're ready. They're ready, and I can bet that if we get things right, as Aaqib would have said about the administration getting things right, and everyone decides that this is the way we want to go, let's stop Mickey Mousing around the stuff. We'll get things done. Yeah, we'll get things done for sure. But seeing those two guys tonight, it gave us some hope.
Yeah, well, it did actually for a while, you're right. But again, you're right, they needed support, they needed some of the big guns, the other big guns with the big guns to stand up and fire it over the boundary as well. Sri Lanka's bowling, Sana?
Yeah, we can just have a look at the Sri Lanka's bowling card and discuss with our panel. ये bowling रही थिक्शाना ने 4 ओवर कराए 13 डॉट बॉल्स बहुत अच्छी इनकी bowling रही है विकेट्स नहीं लिए पर डॉट बॉल्स सिर्फ 21 रन दिए फिर बनूरा जो हैं उन्होंने 2 खिलाड़ियों को आउट किया चिमारा थोड़े एक्सपेंसिव रहे यही प्रॉब्लम रहा है इनके सीम बॉलर्स का दोनों थोड़े से एक्सपेंसिव रहे कप्तान ने भी आज बॉलिंग कराई वो भी थोड़े एक्सपेंसिव रहे हसरंगा he has been the find of the tournament राशिद भाई इनके लिए बहुत ही जबरदस्त बॉलिंग और
टॉप विकेट टेकर है इस वर्ल्ड कप में हसरंगा और तीक्षणा
16 हो गई इसकी
16 विकेट्स हो गई वो भी मिला रहे हैं क्वालीफाइंग राउंड में
16 हो गई वो वर्ल्ड कप का ऐसे ही था
हाफ होनी चाहिए
ना
2 wickets from 1 if you I mean that qualified
दोनों अच्छे हैं इनको जो चाहिए फास्ट बॉलिंग चाहिए और चमिंदाबाद इनके बॉलिंग कोच हैं शायद मौजूद हैं इस टीम के साथ इनकी बैटिंग हमने देख ली और फील्डिंग भी अच्छी है बॉलिंग में स्पिन डिपार्टमेंट अच्छा है राइट आर्म लेग स्पिनर हसरंगा अच्छा है ठीक शर्मा मिस्ट्री स्पिनर है तो एक आध और धनंजया
वो बैठा
उनके पास स्पिन में तो कोई इशू नहीं है लेकिन फास्ट बॉलर लकमल जो थे शायद खेलते हो, T20 खेलते हैं, नहीं खेलते, कोई यंग प्लेयर अगर आ रहे होंगे, मिकी आर्थर जरूर काम कर रहे होंगे। तो ये टीम अगर देखें बॉलिंग यूनिट देखें ना, ये मार वहाँ से खा रही है फास्ट बॉलिंग से, क्योंकि ये अभी अपने हिट जो मारी है, हिट जो मारी है इनको स्लो बॉल थी, पेस कम थी, क्योंकि इन्होंने लेग क्लियर करके मारे जा रहा है सामने, एक भी बाउंसर नहीं हुआ या एक भी ऐसी बॉल नहीं हुई, तेज यॉर्कर नहीं हुई जिसपे उसको ट्रबल हुए। बहुत इजी बैटिंग की है हिटमायर ने। और वेस्ट इंडीज में देखें जो अगर फ्यूचर की जो बात करते हैं, हिटमायर है, रोशन चेज है, लुइस है, ये ऐसे प्लेयर हैं जो कि पूरन है, ये आगे जाके बहुत बड़े नाम बन सकते हैं लिमिटेड ओवर्स गेम में।
और ये पेसर्स की वजह है कि आज ये सेमीफाइनल की दौड़ से बाहर हो गए हैं। जो इनका मैच था साउथ अफ्रीका के अगेंस्ट अजहर भाई, उसी वजह से ये लोग हारे, क्योंकि उस वक्त भी पेस अटैक पे रन्स बन गए थे।
जी जाहिर सी बात है, अगर आप ये फॉर्मेट खेल रहे हैं तो इसमें आपको रन्स तो पड़ेंगे, मतलब आपको ये होना चाहिए। इसमें मुझे नज़र ये आया है कि ये दोनों के पास जो है, कुमारा की बात करें या चमेरा की बात करें, तो इन दोनों के पास पेस है, ठीक है। पेस के साथ अब जाहिर सी बात है, जैसे राशिद भाई ने कहा, चमिंदा वास जो हैं वो आए हैं, इनके साथ काम कर रहे हैं, तो डेफिनेटली उनके एक्सपीरियंस से, जितना उसका एक्सपीरियंस है, तो डेफिनेटली इन चीज़ों को से इनको फ़ायदा होगा। अब मैं एक चीज़ चमारा की आज देख रहा था कि पहले ओवर में ना वो बड़ा अच्छा भाग के बॉल कर रहे थे, लेकिन उसका आई थिंक कि रन अप बहुत लंबा है, कि उसको थोड़ी सी जो है ना, बाद में अगर आप सेकंड स्पेल देखें तो उसमें वो भाग नहीं थे। आई थिंक कि शिन पे बॉल भी लगा था, तो उसकी भी वजह हो सकती है, लेकिन वो थोड़ा सा अपना रन अप कर दें, क्योंकि उनका एक्शन इतना अच्छा है, कंट्रोल है, बैलेंस बड़ा अच्छा है क्रीज पे, तो क्योंकि रन अप से उनको ये नहीं होगा कि उनकी पेस कम हो जाएगी, हो सकता है कि उनका क्रीज पे बैलेंस ज़्यादा हो और वो ज़्यादा तेज बॉलिंग कर सकते हैं। तो आई थिंक कि ये सारी चीज़ें हैं, इनकी मतलब ब्राइट फ्यूचर मुझे लग रहा है श्रीलंकन क्रिकेट का इस वक्त, इस सारे टैलेंट को देख के, जो स्किल्स हैं उसको देख के ब्राइट फ्यूचर लग रहा है।
उमर भाई, आप कुछ ऐड करना चाहेंगे श्रीलंका के बारे में?
नहीं, जिस तरह आप कह रहे थे कि जो मैच ये कहा रहे थे वो उनसे साउथ अफ्रीका से, तो आई थिंक वही कि उनके पास कोई एंड पे ऐसा बॉलर नहीं था कि लाइक वो जो फिफ्थ बॉलर था, वो जो मिसिंग पार्ट था, तो वो वही उनके लिए वो मैच हारने का वजह बना। और लाइक एंड पे जो विकेट लेने वाला वो जो बॉलर था ना, वो मेरे ख्याल से उस मैच में उन्होंने मिस किया, और अपने बॉलर की जो एग्जीक्यूशन थी, आई थिंक ओवरऑल अगर आप श्रीलंका को देखें तो हमेशा से जो भी बड़ा इवेंट होता है ICC में, कोई ना कोई ऐसा मिस्ट्री बॉलर लेके आते हैं ना कि वो लोग हैरान हो जाते हैं। हर टूर्नामेंट में आप देखें तो इससे पहले अकीला था, और अभी इस दफ़ा तिक्षाना को लेके आए, तो ये सरप्राइज हमेशा देते हैं श्रीलंकन टीम।
बिल्कुल ये आपने सही बात की। सो डू यू वांट टू टॉक अबाउट Sri Lanka's fielding also, because we have talked about their batting, we have talked about their bowling.
Yep.
They were quite good in the field.
I think they were very sharp in the field. I mean, I'd like to ask Viv about West Indies in the field, because one or two sort of wooden cutouts, or sort of icons standing there, rather rigid in the West Indies team at times.
Oh, maybe like statues.
Maybe like statues. maybe well, icons, yeah. But yes, Sri Lanka were definitely sharper.
Definitely.
And of course, any team that fancies itself in this form of the game has to be sharp in the field.
We all spoke about earlier the two teams, the youngness or the young side in Sri Lanka. West Indies is an aging team, apart from maybe Walsh and Aaqib, and some of the other young individuals like Lewis we saw tonight on the boundary line. We made our names, not just basically with the bat or ball, but we've also been pretty good in the field. And I think this particular trip for West Indies on this particular T20 tour, that's been lacking in terms of proper fieldsmanship.
Yeah. We have one example we're going to show you tonight from the Sri Lankan effort, sadly, not the West Indies side, I'm afraid. A catch by Rajapaksa to get rid of Roston Chase. And look at that. Look at that.
Big
I mean, that's
catch.
just reaction, but it's brilliant.
And those are the catches that obviously win matches. He smoothed this almost behind him. That's a big catch. It looked like he had mittens on. Big catch. That was a big catch at that particular time.
It's a perfectly good shot in many ways, apart from the fact that it's waist high, but it's what, a yard and a half to his left, a metre to his left.
Great catch.
And he made it look as though there was so much time there. What is it? What's it say? 0.68 of a second.
To react, huh?
And he never looked like dropping it. Never looked like dropping it. And
That's what I'm saying. When the left hand came around, I think he went at first with the right hand, and for some reason, he just helped to nick the right hand into the left hand, and he held on to it like he had mittens, like in baseball, a shortstop.
It was a bloody good stop.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It's in any language, it's a very good stop.
Yeah.
A very good catch. In fact, any language, take your pick. It's a brilliant catch.
गुड टेक्निक अगर आप देखें तो टेक्निक उसकी जो सर ने बात की है ना तो बिल्कुल लेफ्ट ही उसके जा रहा था जो कि अगर फील्डिंग वाइज अगर जो भी अच्छा फील्डिंग कोच होगा वो आपको बताते हैं कि आप जब तक बॉल के साथ जाते नहीं है तो वो अगर ऐसे चपट्टा मारते तो वो जो ना फंबल करे लेकिन अगर आप उसकी टेक्निक देखें इंटेंशनली या अनइंटेंशनली जो भी है लेकिन आप किसी को यंगस्टर को ये दिखा सकते हैं कि ये इस तरह के कैच पकड़ने की टेक्निक क्या होनी चाहिए
उनका नी उनके पाँव सबकी डायरेक्शन बॉल की तरफ ही गई है
विकेट कीपर स्टाइल कैच था ये होता है कि बॉडी आपकी ना कि फ्रंट पे नहीं गया ये बिहाइंड गया है तो इसको टाइम मिला बॉल को एरिया ज्यादा कवर किया है इसने ना आई ऑन द बॉल और जैसे सर ने बताया इस हाथ से गया स्ट्रॉन्ग हैंड से स्ट्रॉन्ग हैंड जो होते हैं तो बॉल का आपका वेब बिग वेब बनता है जब वो गया इस पे टकराई है लेकिन क्या सपोर्ट यहाँ से मिली उसको पकड़ा है फ्रंट पे होता है तो मुश्किल होती है थोड़ा बिहाइंड गया है तो उसको टाइम मिला और उसका रेडियस बढ़ गया
बिल्कुल बहुत ही जबरदस्त आपने देखा है ओवरऑल फील्डिंग भी बहुत अच्छी की इन्होंने अब हम साथ बांग्लादेश जो दूसरा मैच
अजहर के हाथ बड़े हैं इनसे पूछे कैच कैसे पकड़ते हैं स्लिप फील्डर
मैं तो चाह रही थी कि हम अब दूसरे मैच की भी तरफ जाएं क्योंकि
जी बिल्कुल जरूर
मैच की तरफ मुझे पता है इस पे मुझे बहुत हिमायत मिलेगी तो हम दूसरे मैच की तरफ भी जाते हैं बांग्लादेश बैटिंग कार्ड के ऊपर अगर हम नज़र डाल सकें इसमें कुछ ज़्यादा डालने को नहीं है नज़र पर डालनी तो होगी हमें क्योंकि सिर्फ 73 रन बना सकी बांग्लादेश की टीम नईम आज ज़्यादा रन नहीं कर सके इन्होंने बांग्लादेश के लिए कुछ अच्छे स्टार्ट्स दिए हैं पर आज सिर्फ 17 रन बना सके हेजलवुड बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग जैसे हमने पहले भी बात की इस टूर्नामेंट में बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग की पर पिक ऑफ द बॉलर जैम्पा रहे 5 विकेट्स ली और कोई भी अबव 20 रन नहीं कर सका और 73 रन पे पूरी बांग्लादेश की टीम आउट हो गई so that was we just moved into the other match also because we are in a bit of hurry tonight.
Oh no, never in a hurry. We like to give as much as we can to our audience. We can look at the fall of wickets then. Yes, in that Bangladesh innings, it wasn't their finest hour. They've struggled quite often through this tournament. Australia were very good. That ball swinging at the start for Mitchell Starc. Hazelwood was outstanding the first couple of overs in the power play. Basically Bangladesh were put under the sort of pressure that it couldn't in the end handle. There's pace, there's swing, there's skill, there's turn as well. Even when Maxwell's coming in like this and getting that ball to turn, more than we've seen the finger spinners do even in Sharjah, then you can see how sort of difficult they do. And the miscued hook shots. It was a tale of woe, Viv, a tale of woe.
What I can see here, and just judging from the stats, Stark and Hazelwood picked up 2 wickets each. And I just believe because the fact that they were sent in, Bangladesh was sent in, that they were looking basically to try and stave off these 2 individuals. They accounted for 4 wickets. And Zampa, maybe they tried a little bit to go at Zampa because this was the only opportunity they felt at the time, the individual that they could have gotten to. But he stuck his task, a little outside edge there.
Yeah. I mean, the previous one was actually a genuine googly, a genuine shot, and a genuine catch at slip. And you can tell the pressure because there's men around the bat.
Yeah, and they were thinking as well too. I don't want to go and face these pace men again. As you spoke about the fact that they need to be a little braver at times, stand up and be counted. We didn't see that today. We felt that all the stuff that you would have said about them, that at least they would have heard what you have said and done a little bit better. What do you think?
I think they've been exposed. Pace, bounce, because this is what lacking in Bangladesh. Low pitches, not very tall, fast bowlers, so they're not used to it. And another thing, they expose against leggy because they don't have a leggy back home. So this is what the outcome is. If you don't face such thing day and night, then how you will improve yourself? You've been doing something else, and when it comes to the World Cup, you are facing something which you are not aware of, which you haven't faced it. So this is what I mean. Look. Again, visibly, if you compare Bangladesh with other teams, they lack range and they lack power. This is what power is one thing which is it's up to you what you eat, what you train. Height is natural, but power you can gain. Another thing, making pitches, bouncier pitches, finding, go outside the system. Don't stay in your smaller system. Go hunt people, bring something unique. You might find another Haris in Bangladesh. You never know, because they found Mustafis from nowhere. So they need to hunt, go outskirts, bring something, work on wrist, mystery, ballers. Otherwise, another 20 years, they'll be same.
What about finding a fast bowler's farm? You'll be happy with that, right?
Yes. And why not? I mean, this is visibly we see they're lacking in this department.
Well, they're done for now. They are done, and we're done on this topic for now. One more break, after which we'll be looking at the Australians, who had a very, very good day, very, very clinical, of course, and then we'll look ahead to tomorrow as well. We'll see you in a moment.